Be sure to rate this video, participate in the comments, as well as subscribe if you want to see more videos. If you want to support the channel and save some money, check out enhancedathlete.com and all its sister sites where my coupon code Russo15 can save you 15% off. Enjoy the video. What's up, everyone? It's Russo back with Ryan Kleeman. Again, very knowledgeable in the supplement industry, aspiring to open up his own supplement line as well as get into pharmaceuticals later. Speaking of supplements, we're going to be talking about what most companies do to water down their products to maximize profit margin.
Yes.
You know, this is why, you know, supplements, research chemicals, to me, they're all the same thing. It's all dependent on who you're buying it from and if the person is in it for the money or in it for the actual product. You know, that's the hardest thing to differentiate, because a lot of people will make you believe they're in it for, you know, the quality product, but when you actually start delving into the specific ingredients and everything, you'll start to realize what the main motivator is, and it's that hard cash money.
Yeah. I like, and as Ryan said, I'm an aspiring fitness nutraceutical entrepreneur in the supplement industry, starting multiple supplement lines, building a manufacturing plant over the next 12 to 18 months. We've talked about this in a couple of videos in the past. But essentially today, we want to talk about how like he said, it's about cold hard cash. They water down their products to maximize profit margins, and that is their only goal. And we won't dig into any brands
Right. I'm not getting.
So we're not going to trash any. Very, very broad. We're just going to say supplements in general. Some companies are awesome. The majority of them are not. First of all, I want to say, to give you an example of the quality control. So there's 10,000, over 10,000, okay, 10,000, not 1,000, not 100, 10,000 manufacturing plants that are FDA registered, that are able and willing to manufacture dietary supplements. Okay, this isn't research chemicals. This is just dietary supplements. 10,000 plants.
Right.
Okay, 400 of them per year are inspected by the FDA. 400 out of 10,000. Okay, if I want to register a basement as a manufacturing facility, I can. Okay, when they say that their plants are FDA approved, until I see their certificate, I do not believe that.
Right.
These FDA registered. There's very, very, very few of them that are FDA approved. The process to get FDA approved, I want to say, don't quote me on this, is around $100,000 to $250,000 to get FDA approved. Okay, to bring the FDA in, that's how much it costs to have your level A whatever inspected facility on the top of your thing. 250 grand. Okay, 100 to 250 grand. Don't
right.
quote me
Most
on
companies don't want to spend that chunk of cash just for a little badge, unless they're rolling in it already.
No, but the FDA is so underfunded in that aspect. Once again, we talked about this in another video in the past as well, that the FDA has a place, and I think in this case, that's where the FDA should probably inspect all of those facilities. Obviously, we don't live in a perfect world, so they can't, but the quality control of these manufacturing plants is horrible. Okay, I've heard a story, because I've toured manufacturing plants, multiple manufacturing plants. I've heard a story of one of the owners of the manufacturing plant kind of giving me an example of the quality control. He said that, just kind of give you a little story here, one of the places where this major big supplement company was being made, okay, major, his wife got mad at him, and she took a bunch of pictures of his plant. The floor was black with just dust, soot, everything just black. All of his equipment was old, dirty. Okay, the FDA has no regulation over the supplement industry, and the quality control is horrible. Black, like literally, like the machines were black, old, dirty, rusty, everything. And you were ingesting, some customers, this is a major supplement line. This isn't a small supplement line, this is a major one. We're ingesting this stuff in their body. Kind of give you an example. Another thing, as Ryan talked about, is the monetary aspect of it. Okay, they'll start out with these amazing products that have all kinds of quality ingredients, and you think they're good, and they're full of stimulants, proprietary blended, to where they throw a bunch of stimulants in it that's horrible for your body, but you think you're feeling it, you think you're getting good results,
right,
and all this other stuff, but in reality, you're probably not. And over time, what happens is they start watering down these products to the point where what was in that product to begin with is no longer in that product. The proprietary blending of products is the worst thing that has ever happened to the supplement industry, okay? The worst thing. And the reason why is because they can change that proprietary blend as much as they want. For example, they start out with this amazing product, okay? That's awesome. Everyone's buying it. But over time, they start switching it, okay? And they don't have to switch the label on the product. They just switch what's in the product.
Right.
Okay? They start watering it down to the point where it's not even the same product that it was.
And I think another main contributor, again, with the greed is, you know, when these products, when you get, like, let's say a successful pre-workout, you know, you start off like Ryan saying, great dosages, everything's dosed correctly, you know, they're basing it off of medical studies of what's the effective dose. Okay, your product starts to catch traction. You start getting a ton of sales. GNC approaches you saying, we see your success, we see what you're doing, we want to put you in all the GNC stores across the United States. But here's the thing. Your formula right now is not profitable because we're going to take a cut because we're going to distribute it nationwide. So we need you to tweak your formula so you guys make some money. And then that's where it just goes to shit.
Yeah, pretty much. And essentially, a lot of companies do that, okay? They do not, once again, we talked about this in another video. These business people don't care about you, me, or anyone else. The only thing they care about is the profit margins. Okay, that's where you make your money, is your profit margins. For example, some of these companies, and I won't say names, okay? It's killing me not to say names. But
just give an example of how much a product's made for, how much they sell it for.
And that's what I'm digging into, Ryan. But essentially, like, and it kills me not to say names because I know what these raw ingredients cost and all this other stuff. But they're making products, pre-workouts, okay? Pre-workouts that work like amazing, okay? They're building these things for $3 and $4, $5, most $10, okay? That's the best one if it's got true raw ingredients in it that are the best quality on the market. We'll say, and $10 is pushing. There's probably not one out there for $10 now that I think of it. But $3 we'll say. And I know one product out there that a lot of you guys are taking that is made for $3 and they're selling it for upwards of 40, 50, 60 bucks. Okay, not necessarily 60, but 40 bucks. I know of one, and I won't say the name. It's killing me not to. And I know another one. They're building this stuff for about $1.50 to $2. They're selling it for 30 all day. Okay,
$2 selling it for 30.
Yeah, so they're 15 times in their money. That's a 1,500% profit margin. Okay, that is unheard of. Frankly, when you're manufacturing, okay, when you're manufacturing, you need big profit margins. Okay. Because you got to own the manufacturing plant, you got to own all the equipment, you got to own this, that, and the other. You got to hire employees, obviously, from a business entrepreneur aspect. The whole point is to make money, okay? But do you really need to be making 1,500% on your money? I think that's wrong. Just me.
No, and that proves that there's not a lot of quality ingredients in that at all.
No. The sad thing is, and I won't dig into what I'm going to do with my supplement brand. We can talk about that down the line in another video a couple months from now, or whenever we want to do it. But essentially, the problem is a lot. And don't get me wrong, okay? Like, a lot of these ingredients are made in places that you don't think they're made. Okay. Once again, the raw ingredient business is even more illicit than the actual nutraceutical business, okay? Because these raw ingredients are being made in basements, and some of them are being made legit in manufacturing plants, but a lot of these are being made in basements as long as they test and show on a I think it's called an IPHC machine. It's about 40 grand to have that machine, but as long as they test and show that they're showing up as that particular ingredient, they put them in products. For example, there's a lot of protein. I'll talk about protein a little bit too. So protein, it's called WPI contents, I believe it's called, which I think it stands for whey protein index. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's what it stands for. But there's WPI 12 and there's WPI 90. Okay, 90 is the highest quality, 12 is the lowest quality. A lot of these companies, won't say names once again, are using WPI 40, WPI 50, and you'll see 25 to 30 grams of protein on your scoop because that's what they can put on the label. Okay, there is not 30 grams of protein, pure quality protein in that product, because the highest you can get is 90. So the highest you could ever get in that product, and that product is going to cost anywhere around, just my personal guess, WPI 90. So if you had 20, we'll say 20 grams of protein on your thing, that product's going to cost you about $15 to $20 to make. Okay, to make. Now a lot of these the company that's not a good enough profit margin for most of these companies because they're greedy. They care about money. They care about profit margins. So they're going to use WPI 50. The company's been caught going all the way down to WPI 34. Okay, 34. There was one company got caught going down to WPI 12. Won't say that company, but they're no longer in business. Okay, but then that's the thing. A lot of these companies, like the amino spiking back in the day, for example, where they put aminos in their products to make their protein contents higher. It was completely horrible to do.
Right.
Like,
that's why I'm not a fan of protein at all, because you have these shady practices going on top of your body can really only assimilate so much protein at a time on its own, and then you add in all this watering down bullshit. Like, you might as well just buy like some real food. That's why people push real food.
Chicken, freaking all milk, with all that stuff. And personally, that's what I do. Now, I take protein, but not in mass scales. If I can get my hands on it, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of a cheap guy. I do supplements, but I don't do a ton. And I experiment with some stuff, but I don't do it at a mass scale, if that makes sense. So like I don't spend $100 on protein, okay? Frankly, because I know what's in that protein 99% of the time.
You know what it's made for,
Yeah.
so that probably stops you from buying it anyway.
Yeah, and a lot of these supplements, like pre-workouts, not a huge, like I can look at a pre-workout, and if they're selling that for 40, like I can tell you, okay, they're making for this for around $3 or $4, okay? It's completely pathetic, some of these companies, and like we said, we won't say names, just kill me.
You're exactly like me. Like, when I go into the vitamin shop, people people used to be really pushy. They're trying to make their commission. Yeah. And they'll recommend me this product, and I'll literally turn over, read the ingredients, be like, okay, this is underdosed, this is underdosed, this is underdosed, this is underdosed. Do not sell me this. And they'll just leave me alone, because they know, like, I will spend like 30 minutes to pick out a pre-workout, just looking at every single ingredients list, seeing how far my money's gonna go.
Yeah. And a lot of these companies, I mean, they're completely wrong, pathetic, horrible. But I mean, there's some true companies. I won't name names. Like, I know one company that's pretty local around here. He's legit. He tests all of his products, all the IPHC. Don't quote me on that name, but I think that's what it's called. It's about a $40,000 machine. He tests all his raw ingredients as soon as he gets them in, compares them to the best, which is it comes in a red and white bottle. Not 100% sure what it's called, but he compares them to the pharmaceutical grade. For example, he showed me pharmaceutical grade leucine. Okay, if the ingredient is not 99.5% pure compared to that, that's 99.9 with a line above it percent pure, as close as you can get to 100%, he returns it immediately and demands his money back, because he's like, I'm not doing business with you.
Right. So and I guarantee he's one out of a million who's actually doing that in the supplement industry.
Yeah, and there's very few people. He's legit. Okay, this guy's legit. 100%. Like, he's an amazing guy. 100% legit. But I mean, he's one in a million, like you said. There's very few companies that are doing this. And I won't say that. But essentially, just kind of be aware of what you're ingesting in your body. Be aware of what's in the products. Be aware of the underdosage, the underdosaging of products, and just kind of be aware, because a lot of these companies, they care about one thing and one thing only, kind of wrapping this up, and that's money. They do not care about you and me.
I think for me to come to conclusion for you guys is to not really buy, again, for general supplements or even like SARMs and research chemicals like I represent. So don't buy based off of the brand, buy based off of the quality. A supplement company, don't buy because your favorite athlete takes it or it has really good marketing. Most of the time, if it has really good marketing, then they're cutting the ingredients out to focus more money on that market.
Or focus on getting
like,
that's a good way to put it.
I like all the pre-workouts that
watered down probably is.
Right. I like all the stuff that's like kind of like a local brand where they're putting it out there just by word of mouth. Like, that's their marketing. Yeah, and most companies that are small like that, they can't afford to put out these horrible products. Right, they can't make bullshit. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. They can't do that because they have to put out quality products to make it. Like, and again, obviously the goal is being the nutraceutical industry is to make money. But if you ultimately want to build wealth, you got to put out good product.